Prince Philip's rocky relationship with Princess Diana, and their personal letters. Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, passed away on April 9, 2021, at the age of 99. He was the longest-serving consort in British history and a loyal companion to Queen Elizabeth II for more than 7 decades. He was also the father of Prince Charles, who had a tumultuous marriage with Princess Diana, the mother of Prince William and Prince Harry. Many people may wonder what kind of relationship Prince Philip had with his daughter-in-law, who was often seen as an outsider and a rebel in the royal family. Did he support her or resent her? Did he try to help her or ignore her? The answer is not simple, as their relationship went through different phases and had its ups and downs. In this blog post, we will explore the rocky relationship between Prince Philip and Princess Diana, based on their personal letters and other sources. # the early years, a bond of outsiders. When Princess Diana married Prince Charles in 1981, she was a young, shy and naive 20-year-old who had little experience of the world. She soon found herself overwhelmed by the pressures and expectations of being a royal wife and a public figure. She also felt lonely and isolated in her marriage, as Charles was often distant and preoccupied with his own affairs. Prince Philip, who had married into the royal family in 1947, could understand the difficulties of being an outsider in the world's most famous family. He had also faced challenges and criticisms in his role as the Queen's consort and had to adapt to a life of duty and service. He was initially charmed by Diana's beauty, charisma and fun-loving personality and tried to help her cope with her new position. According to royal author Ingrid Seward, who wrote Prince Philip Revealed, Philip took care of Diana at the endless black tie dinners they attended together and offered her advice and guidance when she struggled with the restrictions of royal life. He also sympathized with her when she suffered from bulimia, depression and self-harm. Philip also developed a close bond with his grandsons, William and Harry, whom he adored. He often took them on outdoor activities and taught them how to fish, shoot and drive. He also tried to protect them from the media attention and the marital troubles of their parents. The breakdown, a clash of personalities. However, things started to change in the late 1980s and early 1990s when Diana's relationship with Charles deteriorated beyond repair. The couple had grown apart due to their incompatible personalities, interests, and values. They also had affairs with other people. Charles rekindled his romance with his former girlfriend Camilla Parker Bowles, while Diana had several lovers, including James Hewitt, James Gilby, and Dodie Fade. The public became aware of their marital woes when Andrew Morton's tell-all book Diana. Her true story was published in 1992. The book revealed the full extent of Diana's unhappiness, loneliness, and resentment towards Charles and the royal family. It also exposed Charles's affair with Camilla and Diana's suicide attempts. The Queen and Prince Philip were shocked and dismayed by the book's revelations. They arranged a family meeting with Charles and Diana at Windsor Castle to try to resolve their problems. Philip asked them to think of their children, the monarchy and the country instead of their personal woes. He also suggested that they should either reconcile or separate amicably. Philip also started writing letters to Diana in a private attempt to influence her. He signed them as part and expressed his concern for her well-being. He also criticized Charles for risking everything with Camilla, but he also blamed Diana for having her own lovers. He urged her to face facts and deal with the problems within her marriage. Some of these letters were leaked by Diana's former butler Paul Burrell after her death in 1997. They showed that Philip had mixed feelings towards Diana. He cared for her, but he also disapproved of her actions. He tried to be supportive, but he also became frustrated and angry with her. The aftermath, a loss of trust. The letters failed to heal the rift between Philip and Diana. Instead, they caused more resentment and mistrust. Diana felt that Philip was patronizing, judgmental, and biased towards Charles. She also suspected that he was behind some of the negative stories about her in the press. She once told her friend Simone Simmons that Philip was the nasty one who wanted to get rid of her. Philip also lost his patience and respect for Diana. He felt that she was selfish, manipulative, and unstable. He also blamed her for damaging the reputation of the monarchy and endangering its future. He once told his friend Giles Brandrett that Diana was a very difficult person who had no sense of duty. The relationship between Philip and Diana reached a breaking point in 1996 when Charles and Diana divorced. Philip was reportedly furious with Diana for giving a controversial interview to BBC's Panorama, in which she spoke candidly about her marriage, her affairs, and her views on the monarchy. He also resented her for taking away his grandsons from the royal fold and exposing them to the paparazzi. After the divorce, Philip and Diana had little contact with each other. They only saw each other at some public events, such as the funeral of Princess Margaret in 1997. They also exchanged some brief and formal letters, in which they addressed each other as sir and ma'am. The final chapter, a tragic end. On August 31, 1997, Diana died in a car crash in Paris, along with her lover Dodi Fade and their driver Henry Poole. She was 36 years old. Her death shocked and saddened the world, and sparked an outpouring of grief and sympathy. Philip was also deeply affected by Diana's death. He felt guilty for not being able to help her more and for not being more understanding of her. He also felt sorry for his grandsons, who had lost their mother at a young age. He tried to comfort them and support them during the difficult time. Philip also played a crucial role in the funeral arrangements for Diana. He persuaded the Queen to lower the flag at Buckingham Palace as a sign of respect. He also agreed to walk behind Diana's coffin with William and Harry, despite his personal animosity towards her. He told his grandsons, "If I walk, will you walk with me?" Philip's gesture was seen as a sign of reconciliation and forgiveness. It also showed his loyalty to his family and his sense of duty to the nation. He later said that he did it for the boys. Prince Philip's relationship with Princess Diana was complex and turbulent. They had moments of affection and understanding, but they also had conflicts and disagreements. They were both outsiders who tried to fit in the royal family, but they also had different visions and values. They were both strong-willed and outspoken, but they also had different ways of expressing themselves. Their relationship was ultimately marked by tragedy and loss. They never had a chance to mend their differences or to say goodbye to each other. They left behind a legacy of love and pain, of hope and regret, of admiration and resentment.